So, hi. Hi, Binks. You say hi? Okay, my sister and brother-in-law are working outside. I am sitting inside being a hermit because I am having issues with my catheter. Like the day before last, I got it changed on Tuesday. It is now Sunday. A couple of days ago, I was having issues with it. It wasn't draining fully. I was having accidents. I changed multiple times in the past few days. I'm going to need another pack of pull-ups brought up from the basement. And I just had my niece bring me up some this past week. So now he wants out. Hold on. So yesterday I was messing with it not yesterday. Day before yesterday, Friday. And I thought I got it working because I flushed it a couple of times and I didn't get any pullback with the syringe. But it did eventually come out and there was like a blood clot and like little flecks of blood in it. So I thought, okay, I flushed out whatever was the problem. It's fine. And I went to bed and I woke up dry. Thought it was okay. Then Saturday happened and I had to change my clothes. I was organizing my bedroom and I was sitting across the room in my wooden chair. Had an accident. Had to change. So I was done doing everything I wanted to do that day. I sat down and tried to work with the catheter. I thought maybe it needed switched from one leg to the other. But I took my one stat lock off and I put the extra one that I had on the other leg and I went to move the catheter and it started flowing a lot. So I thought, oh, okay, it's better now. No. So after that, it continued to do what I was doing before. It was draining, but I was still having an accident. I kept having accidents, like just leaking a bit here and there. So I eventually called my mom, but she was away. She was at my niece's softball game with my dad. So I asked my sisters, and they're having car problems. So they were worried about driving me all the way down to my urologist. It's about an hour drive. So we devised a plan, and my youngest sister drove me halfway. Yes. Well, not really halfway, but she drove me to where my parents were waiting. And I got on the phone with my doctor's office, and at first I missed his callback because the guy that was running the phones is like, okay, I will page the doctor and I will call you back. And I missed that call, so I called him back, and then he couldn't get the doctor on the line right away, so he said, I'll call you back again. He finally called back when we were in the ER, and I got online with the doctor, which it wasn't my doctor, it was the one that was on call. He doesn't know my case. He only knows what he sees in the chart, which says it's going to come back with the ER people in a minute. So he says, well, let me ask you, do you have bladder spasms? I'm like, yes, I have an overactive bladder. He's like, well, have you taken oxybutynin before? And I said, yes, but I stopped doing that per my doctor's approval because it was not working anymore. He told me I could go off of it for a week, see if there was any difference. There wasn't. So he said, okay, you can go off of that. And I've been off of it for the past few years. He's like, well, you probably need something for that. It's probably just, can't talk, bladder spasms. No, that's not what it is, because if that's what it is, then I would have this problem constantly, and I don't have this problem constantly. I'm not constantly having to change because I'm winning myself. So I told him I thought maybe the catheter was pressed up against the wall, or I have an infection because it is my time of the month, and that does cause that to happen. I don't think he agreed, but he said that, well, I know the doctor there. He'll probably have them change it out and do a culture, blah, blah, blah. And I was posting on Facebook about it. People were saying it's probably a bladder stone, which I'm not sure. about that. I didn't even get around to mentioning that to anybody in the medical staff. This is what happened when I got back. Nobody ever asked me about my allergies. I had to bring that up myself. When they finally decided to, what are they gonna do? Oh yeah, first they were gonna flush it, and a woman came in, and she brought the little flush kit in to do that, but never did it. She disappeared. I didn't see her at all for the rest of my visit. And then a doc came in. It's like, okay, we're going to try this. And they kept asking me questions that were very easily answered by looking at my chart. Like, have you ever had this antibiotic or this antibiotic? I've had a lot of antibiotics over the years. I don't remember all of them. I remember some of them, like amoxicillin. I remember Cipro, things like that. So, okay. This guy comes in. He was wearing red. I don't know what that indicates. It's his role in the hospital. I'm not sure what exactly his role was, but he was going to do the catheter insertion in my urethra, which was fine. I could do that until I could get into my doctor's office and then get the suprapubic changed out again. That would have been fine. I've done that before. It sucks because sometimes that's painful having the catheter in your urethra, but I can deal with it. So, and another woman who was wearing red came in, and they were going to try and do the insertion. And this is easy. Well, this will be really easy. No, it wasn't. Oh, wait. At one point, another doctor came in, and it made it sound like they had already done a culture. I hadn't seen anybody do a culture. She's like, yeah, we sent for a culture. And I'm like, okay. So I thought that had already been taken care of, but it hadn't. But anyway, they tried to put the catheter in, and they could not. They didn't bother to get anybody else to help. I never saw the doctor that's on call. By the way, his name is Dr. Draken. I feel like I should mention that. I hate mentioning names, but that's hilarious. So, I never saw him. They didn't change the SP tube. They didn't get the catheter in. So then the doctor that I did see came in and basically told me, you're just going to have to deal with having accidents for the rest of the weekend until you can get in to see your doctor. And I told her, I keep having accidents. I'm like leaking through my clothes. And she goes, well, maybe you can wear pull-ups until you can see your doctor. I'm like, I already do. I'm leaking through them. I think that threw her off because I got really sassy at that point. She kind of shut up. So they were going to put me on an antibiotic. And that's when the guy from before in the red came in, and he was asking me, he was on the phone with, I think, Dr. Draken, asking medications that I've taken. And I didn't recognize any of the medications he was mentioning. And he sounded a little sarcastic when he was repeating this back to the doctor, but whatever. I realized it was going to take forever to get a culture back. And I had already been there for hours, and I had not eaten since breakfast. Okay, so this was like almost 9 o'clock by the time I got out of there. Oh no, it was past 9 o'clock by the time we got out of there. So I called to my nurse and I said, hey, can I get my discharge papers now and wait to see what the results are of the culture? They were like, okay, but we're going to give you this dose of this medicine and we'll give you a script for that. And then if we find out that that medicine won't work, we'll have you go off of it and we'll send this one and you can take it. Like, okay, whatever. So he does that. Red shirt guy comes in, gives me the pill. It was blue and purple. It was one of those big capsule ones. Take it and I leave. In no better condition than when I entered the ER. I'm still having issues with it. Changed already twice today. So I already left a message for Sarah at my urologist's office so that she will get that message bright and early and hopefully get back to me right away. I have an appointment with my regular doctor on Tuesday, and I'm supposed to that's supposed to be for all of my script for my catheters for my enemas. So I have to do that, and that's in the afternoon. So I'm hoping my dad will be home that day so he can get the kids off the bus. So I might try to do is fit in both appointments on the same day. I don't know how well that's going to go. I'm going to try though. So as soon as I hear from Sarah, I'm going to call. I'm going to see if I can get in on Tuesday, if that's possible. And then I'm going to call and schedule a ride because Dad's busy with appointments. He's got an appointment to take the kittens that we have from the neighborhood stray. up to be like immunized, and I think they're having her fix the mother cat. He has that, and on Wednesday he has an appointment for his back, so I can't do that day. I really don't want to wait till Thursday, so I'm shooting for Tuesday. Double appointment on Tuesday. I hate doing that. I don't know how well that'll go. I've never done that before on my own, so this should be interesting. I'll let you know how it goes. So I just decided to put this on after I did the video. I was like, I should have put this on during the video. I found this makeup. It's ColourPop. I bought this forever ago, like several months back, and it went missing after only a couple of times of me wearing it. And I found it the other day when I was going through all my stuff. I was doing some spring cleaning. It's so pretty. Look how pretty. So I put some under my eye just for, cause I wanted to. Someone has decided I must hold him instead of editing. Don't bite the cord. Just Bobby's headrest. I really like them. No. This is the fourth time he's attempted to get me to hold him. Earlier today, I was more than happy to hold him, and he didn't want to. But now that I'm doing something dry, he wants me to hold him. I'm gonna put you down now. Okay? Put your feet down. Come on, cooperate. Here you go. Ready? He still wants me to hold him. Are you done now? Thanks. Are you quite done? We had cuddle time earlier. You can't possibly go around behind him. Are you done? He's not done yet. Leave those alone. Thank you. You're a good boy. Courage to the man. Hey, say hi. Why do you look so confused? I don't know. Never mind. No, leave my headphones alone. He's back. Sir, I don't want to hold you right now. You're very cute and you're very soft. But I don't want to hold you. Why is your tail flicking? I'm petting you. He doesn't like the petting of his body. Just that. That's all I'm allowed to pet. Now, so he has a hissy fit.